This is Michael Gerace with Clearview Sewer Cams. It is February 4th, 2022. We are performing area drain inspections. We are by the back guest house right now along the rose bushes on the right hand side of the guest house. And we are located at 24304 Little Valley Road, Hidden Hills, California, 91302. And we've got area drains all along the rose bushes, and we're going to insert our camera into the area drain. We're going to zero out our camera monitor real quick right at the opening of the area drain. Get a good accurate reading. Okay, we're zeroed out. We're dropping our, trying to get around some lights on here. Okay, we're dropping down into the area drain. Make the turn. Some of these have very sharp turns and makes it very difficult to try and get around stuff. Oh, it doesn't want to go in. We got rose bushes right along the edges, right above the drains. Trying to push these in, we keep getting snagged on the rose bushes as well. Not wanting to go very easily, and that's compacted with dirt as well. So we're going to move our camera equipment. We're going to go down to another one. We'll try and rinse this out. We're going to pause for a moment. I'm just going to pause for a brief moment. Okay, now we're on the guest house side of the rose bushes, and we're going to drop our camera in. Try and take a look. We're going to try and run out of ways. We had a hard time getting through this other drain. Still having a hard time. There we go. Another turn. We have T's and 90-degree elbows in the area drains that are very difficult to try and get through. They don't have sweeps like normal drain fittings. We can't get through that, just butting up against it. We're going to continue just to pull back. Got water flowing through pretty well. Drains look to be wide open in here. Let's see, we're going to pause for a minute. Go back in here. Go back in just a little bit here. We had some debris there. And let's see if we push it out. Okay, getting some back. Line looks to be pretty clear. Now we're going to pull up and out of this drain. Then we're going to move our camera equipment. We're going to move our camera equipment to the next area, so we're going to pause for one moment. Where we at?
Shake it. You're all the way back in this. Right there. Right up against the light.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're right in the bottom of the cone. Okay, now we're going to drop down another opening and see if we can get out of ways. Get a little bit of debris in the line. Wouldn't hurt to be cleaned out. And we did run a lot of water through this area. We're going to try and flush it again. We got water running now. Might be a T in there. And we're probably going past the T because we don't have any water once we get out a little ways. We're going to try and put the hose in another inlet. Yeah, we got a T in here in between. So we're just going up to the other drain is where we're going. We can actually hear the camera running. We're pushing. We're running from one side of the walkway where the rose bushes are to the other. And we're coming up that inlet. We're going to keep it running. We're going to pull back a little bit. We're going to move to our main trunk line. Pause for a moment. Okay, now we're in the backyard area behind the guest house. We have an area drain right here that I'm going to zero out one more time right at the opening. And we're going to run through. Not wanting to go. There we go. Now we got it. And again, we got more T's. Running out. This is the main trunk line. Just want to check some of the area drains and see where we're at. All the area drains so far look to be in fair and maintainable condition. Looks like they've been kept up pretty well, flushed properly, and they're decent piping, decent NDF piping, PVC. And we're hitting a turn right here, and we've gone through so many turns that probably not going to be able to get anywhere. Not going to be able to get around this turn. No, it's not going to go around that turn. We're out 116 feet, and the area drains in this area appear to be in fair and maintainable condition. We're going to pause for one moment. Okay, we're going to begin pulling out of our area drain. And as I said, the area drain pipe and fittings appear to be in fair condition. Pretty clean. Looks like they've been maintained. Got water flowing. Everything's flowing nice and smooth. Sometimes laying on the side, continue to pull back. Now we're going to move our camera equipment in the backyard of the guest house a little further. We're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we've run through another area drain. We're going to pull back real quick and then we'll go ahead. We're going to run it back in for just a moment. We're in. So we're going to run back through for 1 second. Okay, we have an area drain in the backyard that's going off toward the greenhouse area. So we're just going to run in for a quick moment. We've got a little bit of mud and debris in there, but there's a T. We tried to wash it down. We flushed it. It's just going to take probably a lot of rain or a lot of water. Try and flush it. Now we run all the way over to a cap that's buried approximately 12 feet from us. And that cap is buried in some of the plants. Looks like cabbage or something over here. But that cap is buried underneath. We're going to pull up and we're going to move our camera equipment out to what may be another trunk line possibly. We're going to find out in just a moment. Okay, we're going to move it. We're down by the steps leading down to the barn area. Now we got another drain. We're going to drop down in. And we got water running. Let's see where it leads us. Maybe another trunk line. And we're getting out quite a ways. We're going to run it and then we'll pull our hose out and see what we can see. We got quite a bit of water running through there. And now we passed another T because our water stopped. We're still on the main trunk line that's probably leading back this way. And we'll take a look at this section of piping that's going off toward the greenhouse area. Yeah, a little bit of debris in the line. Making a turn. More debris. Unfortunately, we get into so much debris that can't really see. And we're hitting the end. We're going to locate this area real quick. We're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we did locate this area on the left-hand side of the guest house as you're facing the guest house from the front. Kind of hard. We did get into some debris and difficult to see, and there is no opening over there that we can get into, but we can see enough that it's pretty clear. As I said, we do have some debris on the line on our camera. But we can see enough that we can see the lines clear. It's flowing good. Now we're back into water. We have our water running. But we passed a T. We're not going to be able to make turns because of the type of fittings they are. They're just area drain fittings and they aren't like sewer or typical drain line fittings that you would have a sweep on. So that kind of concludes our, we're going to run through one more. We got one more maybe trunk line off to the side yard. we're going to try and hit real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to transition and move to the front of the guest house area.
You want to leave this one running here? You want it there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. For a second. Okay. We are in a much larger drain line now. We've transitioned on over there because you still see you're pouring into here. Make it easier. Okay. We're transitioning now to a 6-inch trunk line that's coming in. We're going to zero out our camera monitor here and begin running through. And we do have a very large trunk line now. We'll run through and then we'll shut our water off and we'll take a look. Hopefully the water helps us to keep the line clear, keep our camera clear. Pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to continue running out. I'm going to try and locate this area, see if we can find out where the main trunk line goes. We're at a spot right now where you can't seem to push through. We're going to pause for a moment and we're going to shut our water down. Okay, we're going to begin pulling back now. This is the main trunk line. It appears to be going down by the barn. Main trunk line appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. We're going to transition real quick. We're going to run down by the barn area. Pause for a moment. Okay, we're in front of the barn. This is the back of the little guest house area with the barn. And there's a lot of mud and debris and leaves down inside the area drain. It needs to be cleaned out. I'm going to try and see if we can push through. Yeah, a lot of debris in these lines. These lines need to be cleaned and flushed out real well in front of the barn. leave me alone. Okay.
Right here. You're in down there. Paul. I'm down here. You're down here, yeah. Sounds like you're banging into this one.
Too many turns in this area drain line. Just doesn't want to go through. But everything that we saw so far down here appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. At this time, we're going to pull back. Just the scuppers, the area drain boxes themselves, have leaves and mud and debris. And you have some debris in the line, especially from the area by the back door of the little kitchen area for the barn. That needs to be cleaned out. They need to be mucked out and cleaned. Just pulling back. And that will conclude our area drain inspection